are just 5 days away, so in the spirit of Halloween, we're doing a little Sunday Scaries. You know what was scary is that Stray just offered Charles a bunch of his money.
No, I was going to Charles is so sharply dressed.
I'm going to Stray's house. Trick or treat. Hey, you put money in the boxes with the buckets on.
I had no something.
No, I was going to say, if you trick or treat at Stray's house, it's the king size candy bars.
King size.
There's no small.
Our wardrobe style said I'm dressed like a pumpkin today.
No, you're not.
You're real handsome,
great.
Mr. Strahan.
Thank you very much.
Stray, in the spirit of Halloween, but thanks for joining us. And also, let's start with go with the theme here. Who's the scariest team in the NFL right now?
You know what? If I'm looking at a team, I'm like, oh, nobody may believe in them that they're win. I'll say Indy.
Okay.
Indy is like a scary team, and I think Kansas City too, because everybody thought they were gone, and they are coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kansas City's the scariest team right now. Look, they're battle tested. They've gone through the early part of the season without a lot of their starters. They're getting healthy. Rashee Rice looks like a monster. I'm super scared of the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm scared of the 49ers. And
Really?
I got to give Kyle Shanahan just a lot of love, man. It doesn't matter who's out there on the field. They're going to find ways to win. With Kyle Shanahan, they've been to 4 playoff berths, 2 Super Bowls. So he's losing all his starters every year. He's getting to the Super Bowl with Purdy, Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Still wins. The only problem he has, he always runs into Brady or Mahomes.
Yeah,
That's the only problem.
I talked to him last night about this, and he's like, look, the only time we really had problem with these injuries, because like you said, Purdy, we've done well. Last year, when you have a Super Bowl hangover and you have the injuries, it doesn't add up for you. Other years, we're great with it.
That injury list, I mean, Ayuk, Pearsall, Jennings, Kittle, both,
Always
on and on and on. Straight, spookiest season so far, and what I mean by that is who's the team that you're like, oh man, this is not how we thought this was going to go, and it's spooky.
There's only one, Baltimore.
Yeah, yeah.
Not only, I mean, I know you had any injuries. I know Lamar's been out, but the defense looks like a shell of what we're used to their defense looking like. There are several teams in that, and they were in the same division. Baltimore and Pittsburgh, who you always count on defense. And now Baltimore, you can't count on what we've always thought. That's the one.
For me, it's the Jets. You know, they started off the season, it was promising. Justin Fields going toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers. But when your owner comes out and says, man, if we could only complete a pass, I don't know if it gets better from there. So the Jets, man, they got to be right now. It's the spookiest season.
Their problem is they have the ghost of Woody present, past, and the future. That's their problem.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, Jack.
Looking at this list of division leaders in action this week as we pop that up, who has the most frightening matchup, Stray?
You know what? I'm going to go with my Giants and Philly.
Okay.
Because we saw, not only did the Giants win last time they played, they dominated.
Yes, 34-17.
And I know that, you know, they're getting some Carter's back now for Philly, but they lost their center. A.J. Brown is out. So I think that this is a toss-up. Who knows where this game can go, but I think that's a matchup I'm watching.
I think the Sunday Scaries go to my Patriots, who are division leader. Yes, I still have PTSD from the Cleveland Browns in 2011 when they beat us. Bill used to show us that film from the rest of my career. And anytime you're playing against a really good defense with Myles Garrett around Halloween, it's guaranteed he's going to have a sack. We've seen his Halloween decoration. This guy loves Halloween. It'll be a good test for Drake May and the boys.
That game on the other show now. Oh, you got me a little nervous.
Hey, and since we're talking about Halloween, Stray, you've had some classic costumes over the years, but this one might be my favorite. You're dressed up as Terry Bradshaw. Do you remember that?
Are you serious right now?
Good old days.
That's when Terry had hair.
Where?
Oh, my God.
You know what? You completely forget that you do stuff like that. I had no idea I even did. What's wrong with you, man?
That's how you get someone hurt out here.
You know what?
Got him.
You know what?
Got him.
Spooky.
When I put somebody in the face around here on national TV.
Hey, we got to get a slow-mo.
Oh, my God. We're going to talk about teams that didn't make the playoffs last year but seem to have turned it around this year. We know that all the head coaches deserve credit, so you're not allowed to choose a head coach here. I'm going to give you some other candidates from each team. You just yell out who you think deserves the biggest kudos for leading this year's turnaround. I want to start with the Colts because they have the best record in the league. Who do you give the most credit to? Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, the offensive line?
Daniel Jones. Everybody else was there before.
Offensive line, Jonathan Taylor doing well because of that offensive line, allowing Daniels
But they
time to
had
throw.
other quarterbacks there before.
That's a talented team that's been in place for a few years. They needed a quarterback to fully potentialize it.
So you're saying quarterback.
So you're giving it to Daniel Jones. All right, what about the 49ers? Tied for the most wins in the NFC. Is it Mac Jones, Christian McCaffrey, or Robert Saleh?
Everybody is doing everything they expected except for Mac Jones. He's doing better than expected. Mac Jones for me.
Yeah, Mac Jones. If you don't have a quality backup, you're not going to win this league, especially if you have a good team.
Robert Saleh, the job he's doing with not just their two best players, but two of the best players in the league. Young players, and he's done a great job.
Held that defense together for sure. All right, let's talk about the Patriots. They lead the AFC East. Is it anyone other than Drake May?
Wow. You know what? I would say this. I would say Josh McDaniels.
Yeah.
Because he brought in an offense.
But he's a coach. You can't say
You can't pick the head coach. You can pick a coordinator.
Oh, really?
Did you not listen?
Yeah.
Did you not listen? Once
But
again,
he said
You got to
coach.
watch out because they'll turn on you.
The
too.
coach. Okay, whatever.
no, I think the offensive coordinator, which has always been good, asked Tom Brady that. But I think Josh McDaniels for sure.
All right,
My
Stephon
opinion.
Diggs, that's what I think.
Diggs.
Yeah.
All right.
Quarterback's pretty good.
Yeah, it really is. All right, let's talk about the Bears. 4-game win streak. Is it the defense or DeAndre Swift?
Defense. I'm going to say defense.
Turnovers, defense.
They create turnovers. I'm defense.
Dennis Allen's done a great job. I'm not sure that's a pace they can continue with. I think the running game is that's the head coach. The head coach, he wants to run the football. The question is, can the quarterback take the next step?
You are running around the circle to get to an answer. Just get to it, man.
All right, let's talk about a team on a win streak. Carolina, they won 3 straight. Do you give the credit to Rico Dowdle in that run game or their defense?
I'm not saying a word.
I love McMillan.
Halt.
I love their two young wide receivers, Leggett and McMillan. I think they're awesome, and their offensive line is definitely.
I will say Dowdle. He takes a lot of pressure
There you go.
off of the young quarterback.
All right, here's a team that's going the other way, Baltimore. They went from the playoffs to 1-5. Lamar Jackson out again this week.
Yeah.
What's to blame? Their defense, injuries, or lack of roster depth?
Can you put all three into one of them? Maybe they're all three. I think they built the offense for Lamar Jackson, and they don't have the quality back up to run it.
The defense is giving them 37 points a game. That's just something I can't fathom.
Not for
with
Baltimore defense, yeah.
Haven't been the same since Mike McDaniel left. And, the injuries are certainly kind of piled up, and they get Ricard back. I think they're going to run the football. This is it. This is their season this week.
Yeah,
This game.
Yeah.
And they take on the Bears later on without Lamar Jackson, as we just mentioned. Jay Glazer joins us. And Jay, the Ravens did downgrade Jackson from limited in practice on Friday. Afterwards, they gave him a full designation on Friday for being out.
Right.
What's going on?
So here's the deal, okay? Lamar Jackson was slated on Friday just to work with the scout team. And he did. He took all those reps. So they put him in as a full participant. But that's not what the league rules are. You actually, if you're a starter, and because of injury, you can't have your full reps. You've got to be listed as limited. So there's going to be an investigation on that. As far as Lamar, they were hoping coming off the bye he'd be healthy enough, but he just wasn't there. Wanting to be fully confident because they played 2 games in 4 days. So while they're going to hold him out today, they do expect him to go Thursday.
All right, what about all these other quarterbacks who are banged up right now?
Yeah, there's a lot of them, right? So we're going to start down there in Atlanta with Michael Penix. And Michael Penix just isn't able to put pressure on that back leg from a bone bruise. Also can't move around well enough in the pocket yet, so they don't know where he is for next week as well. He needs to make a lot of progress. Bryce Young, you guys were just talking about Carolina. He is out today for the Panthers. He has an ankle sprain, but they got a little optimism on Friday. He was able to run straight ahead, full steam ahead, but they're going to work him out now coming this week, side to side, to see about next week. Brock Purdy's been out for a while with that turf toe gang. Look, he's been working off to the side. This week, they're hoping to ramp him up a little bit and get him in there with the team, but they can't really make a decision until see how he responds to that. And finally, Jaden Daniels, he's out tomorrow night for Washington, but today they are going to ramp up his workout. It looked terrible when it originally happened. If he passes that and can pass again this week, there is optimism he can go as early as soon as next weekend, but they won't know until they see how he responds.
And no matter how he looks today, he's not playing against the Chiefs.
He's limited.
Right.